Hey, happy Monday. Welcome to the Angel Channel. I'm your host, B. Lar, and we're here for another exciting energy excursion. Yeah, it's been an eventful week. It's been kind of crazy energy. The kind of foreboding energy of the last 3 or 4 weeks has kind of passed and just really kind of blossomed out after. I'm just kind of now getting fully recalibrated after the hurricane. Like it warps me for some reason and just completely throws everything, routine, everything up in the air. Takes me a while to get back to running centered again, and it's a really nice feeling. Inspiration's coming again, and it's just been really great. And the weather here, I live in the middle of the state of Florida, so it's usually pretty warm and hot, but like the days after the hurricane this past week have just been absolutely glorious, and the full moon, it was really gorgeous. Been out light painting a few times and got some stuff I want to show you here tonight. So, as always, first and foremost, I want to thank my sponsor, friedokraTV.tv, and my friend Ernie Mosteller, and it just really means a lot that he believes in the mission of what we're doing and has put some financial support behind us to keep us going and up to date on the latest stuff. And just want to send a deep, heartfelt thanks to Ernie and the boys. And, as always, his creativity is beyond words. So if you get a chance, go check out his work at friedokraTV. Okay. And if you get a chance, before you go to sleep tonight, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. And if you find anything worth a while in this and feel like somebody else would benefit, please do a share. It would really help, get what we're doing out to some more people. Not that likes and all of that, monetization, that's not what it's about. But I really do feel like during the course of this, there have been a number of people that have kind of latched on, and it's making a difference. That makes me feel really, really good, and is the reason why I come back every week, every single week. Hey, what's up, Inga? Yeah, I'm lagging crazy. Okay. All right. Well, Jacob, do you have any suggestions on that, bro? Should we end it and try to regroup? Am I lagging for you as well, Tammy Joe?
I was gonna say I'm not seeing lag. I mean, every now and then there's like a little glitch in your movement, but your speech is coming through fine for me.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe try to reboot back in, Inga. And by the way, before you go away, if you go away, I got your message today. I'm really intrigued on a couple of different avenues that we can go down, but I'd love very much for us to hook up a Zoom meeting and talk face to face, see where you're at, like Wednesday, Thursday, and you can reach me at my email is real easy. It's Brian Lar. At gmail.com. And make sure you spell that Brian with a Y, or else you'll go somewhere else. Yeah. All right. Hello, Vivian. Welcome. Glad to see you. Glad you joined us tonight. So coming up next week, Halloween week, my favorite week of the month, of the year rather, and one of my favorite holiday scenarios. So I'll definitely be in costume. I hope you all show up in costume as well. And I'll throw it out to you, like if anybody's interested in showing up on the show and joining me on a Halloween festivity, let me know. We'll hook that up. But that'd be pretty fun. So Also on Halloween night, specifically, which will be next Thursday, Alana and I are doing a crazy fire painting thing at Montserrat again, and Montserrat's doing a big costume scenario. So there should be tons of crazy costumes and fun stuff to play with. So if you're out and about on Halloween, well, make it a point to be out and about on Halloween, and come check us out. Leah's going to have all of her jewelry and some of the latest stuff she's been working on. So should be a really fun time. And I love getting people in it. And the more I keep doing the event things and getting people involved in it, the cooler it gets. So come play with us and be your fantasy self for a night. Yeah. And I think we're doing a cacao ceremony this Saturday night down in at Leah's place down in Lake Placid. Alana has organized a cool little get together. So if you are in the vicinity, hook us up on Saturday night down at Leah's place. You'll see us. I think there's an announcement or something on Facebook. So check it out. Come and do the cacao ceremony. I'm going to bring the bowls, do a little sound bath. So should be a pretty fun evening as well. And the weather's just getting absolutely delicious. What's up, Diane? Good to see you. Glad you're here. I don't know if it's been like this for anyone else here, but it has just been the craziest synchronistic day. All these really nutty things are just like happened in these strangest ways. Like I'm thinking about this particular restaurant in town called the Coffee Bar. Man, they do a pretty good lunch. I'm like, wow, hadn't really thought about that in a while, but it was kind of on my mind. And Leah shows up surprisingly after her yoga class and says, hey, let's go have lunch. Okay, so we jump in Leah's car and she takes off and pulls up right in front of the coffee vault. And in the coffee vault was Tammy Joe, one of our crew here, and she introduces us to the new bartender named Rose, who's like into all this metaphysical stuff. She was into some Afro-Cuban stuff, and I gave her a Enifa Babalao greeting, and she was like, ah! And it turned into just the craziest, coolest conversation. And, it's been like that kind of all day. Like exactly what I was thinking about 30 seconds ago has been sort of showing up, and like, wow, there it is. So if anybody else has had that happen today, let me know. It's kind of a crazy zone. It usually makes me feel like I'm plugged into the flow correctly, and like I'm centered in there, just and everything just kind of what needs to happen happens. Sometimes on my intent, but a lot of times just because that's where I was in my brain, and boom, and there it is. So pretty fun day, I have to say. It was a great little roll, and hopefully we'll have some of those here this evening as well. So I usually have shows like 3 or 4 weeks ahead, like kind of planned out about what I'm going to do. Hey, what's up, Amber? Good to see you. Really, really happy you made it. But tonight I kind of like it sort of blew up my my predetermined flow of the show, and I was just sitting there, and I was super connected to source. And I always like to get prepared for the show. We're doing an actual energy practice, and we're playing with our energy, and we're not we're not fooling around. So I like to have all of my preparations good and my flow really good, and be able to facilitate all of us connecting and having our little safe, sacred space. And yeah, wow, I just lost my train of thought really hard. Oh yeah, so I was sitting there really just connected to the source. I enjoy multiple times a day just sending out my love and my gratitude for the whole thing. Linda, you didn't fall asleep. All good. Really proud of you. And today I was just, after I got through just kind of connecting and really, I love that feeling so much, man, when it just radiates all through you and the light that is inside you that's part of the source is just, wow, and it just feels amazing. I love that feeling. I go there as often as I can every day. So I asked for inspiration about tonight's show, and curiously enough, we have a lot of new people since I began this show, which is like 43 weeks ago. And the whole point behind this show is the Deus Angelis Oracle deck and the system that it's built on. I don't really talk about that very much. I kind of assumed everybody got it when I described it at the beginning of it, but I got a really like kick in the butt prompt from source to kind of go back to basics and explain where that came from and why that system was chosen and what kind of goodness it has involved in it. So, there are a lot of angelic oracles out there, and there's a lot of different systems of angels out there. And I think anything dealing with angelic energy in any way, shape, or form is awesome. But I wanted to, there's thousands and tens of hundreds and like lots of angels. So I really wanted to do something that stayed centered, not in the angels themselves, but in the greater connection to the source and to that and to God. So a long time ago, I was in my search in my early 30s. I'd went on this quest. I'd gotten divorced. My life had blown up. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do with stuff. I was still in advertising and directing commercials and stuff, but I got really, really motivated to get serious about my metaphysical studies. Up until that point, I was a dabbler here, dabbler there. I did this, kind of tested that, but I never really sat down and went, okay, I really want to accomplish this. I want some skills in these areas, and I want to find out about these areas. And I especially at that point wanted to find out about areas I had absolutely no idea about. So I got this book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. And it is a monumentally cool book because it is like hundreds of little tidbits of different kinds of metaphysical searching, everything from plant magic and ceremonial magic and angelic magic. And in that book was referenced this system of angels called the Shem HaMephorash. And I had just gotten my crystal bowls at that point in time, and there was this huge connection with those bowls and the angels, and where I went during that time was one of the most special times in my life. I loved that feeling, this pristine, how sometimes when we get through with the making sacred space and we get through the meditation, it's like you don't even want to hear any sound because it's just so pristine and good, and that's the way that felt. So anyway, I did some diving into that and revisited it a couple times over the course of my walk along the path, and then about 10 years ago when I got really nudged to do an angel deck, and I did a couple of images that just kind of blew everything up and ignited the fire to do that. And when I was looking for a structure for it and a way to make it not just be random angels and some affirmations, I remembered the Shem HaMephorash and went back, dug up all my research again, and wow, what a crazy thing. So what the Shem HaMephorash is, and this is the name of the deck too. It's the 72 angels of the names of God. So each one of those, it's like this whole circle of aspects of God that radiate out from the center. And like the angel takes that aspect, is kind of like the personification of that specific aspect. And each of the angelic names created like that are created with 3 letters. And let me see. Permission to suck here. I am trying some of my first yeah, I'm trying to run it here and bring some pictures up. So if I screw up, just bear with me. Okay, share screen, window, boom, share. All right, so if you think about this big circle, yeah, if you think about this big circle as like the whole of God, and in the center in there are a bunch of small little slits. Those all have the angelic numbers on them. And this is also an astrological chart. And where the horizontal line splits the circle in half, that's the where the ascendant happens. That's 0 degrees, right? Or 360 degrees. And each of those different colors in there is a different element that goes with each of those. The outside ring are the astrological signs that are assigned to that. And it also gives the information for the exact 5 degrees of this circle of the astrology circle that applies to. So it's just like this whole of energy and the elements and everything that like has energetic sway over our world in any way, shape, or form. And it's radiating out from that the alpha and the omega in the very center. So that's just this blast out from the brilliant light of the source of all of it, which is where all of us want to go. And the crazy pentagrams around the outside of the circle, those just represent the elements. It's like the pentagram's got a bad rap in a bunch of ways, but what that symbol represents are the 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth, ruled over by the top point, which is spirit. So that's all the 4 corners of the elemental associations. So I'm getting ready to put this into a really big, I'm going to do a little background behind it and make it into a big tapestry. So maybe that'll show up sometime soon. All right. So how do I get out of that share, Jacob? Stop screen. There we go. Okay. Brilliant. All right. So the way that the angelic names were created was there are 3 verses in Exodus in the Old Testament, and it's 19, 20, and 21. And each one of those verses is exactly 72 characters long. And the way that the names are established is you take the top row with 72, take the middle row with 72, take the third row with 72. Then you take the first letter of the first row, the last letter of the second row, and the third letter of the third first letter of the third row. So it's first of the first row, last of the second row, first of the third row. And that 3-letter combination is the name of God. And what that and then you just go down the line and create that. And that creates the 72 names. Pretty powerful stuff, pretty intense. And a lot of the angel oracles that I've seen are pretty warm and fuzzy, and a lot of positive affirmations and stuff like that, which I'm not putting down at all. But the angels in the Shem HaMephorash are like about truth and your connection to God and the source. And they're pretty insistent. And the way that the deck got created was once I decided to use the Shem HaMephorash, I set up during the day out in the sun so I could shoot my incense smoke. I charged up the incense smoke, boom, lit it up, smoke's flying. And I charged it up with everything I could infuse it with that I knew about that angel, and asked for the angel to be part of that and to materialize in that smoke. And I just went to town shooting and shooting and shooting to my solar plexus. Either said you're done, or I was completely exhausted. And then out of those shots, there was always one that just went boom, and that was it. And then the at night, I did one angel a day shooting, and then the readings. So like the readings that we'll read tonight, I did by automatic writing, and that was inviting the particular angel into me and turning over my hand, and they pretty much wrote it. Not pretty much, they did. They wrote it, and I transcribed that, and that's why I read those readings. You know, like with my tarot stuff, my other decks. I'm kind of a stickler for memorizing those things and being able to just speak about it without having to look at some kind of manual or something. But this is a really kind of different thing, because those words, like, oh man, the deeper I get with it, like more times than not, the very first line of the reading says exactly what I was asking about. And the more specific I am about something I'm asking about, the more specific that reply is. And it blows me away. Even my teacher calls me up and asks me for angel readings, which is really crazy. He's like a master himself, and has been doing it for decades and decades and decades. All right, let's get rid of this. All right. So the other thing that's really super cool. Now this is how it gets out of just the kind of structure of what it's about, and into the magic part of it. Wow, you guys are really loud tonight, man. Chill it down one at a time. Okay. So in Kabbalah, they teach that there is a 216 character name, or a number actually, and that is the absolute ineffable name of God, and that knowing that number is an immediate connection to the depth of the source. And it just so happens that since those verses in 19, 20, and 21 are 72 characters, those add up to 216. So those three verses together, and those verses are about the flaming tornado, pillar of fire keeping the Egyptians from chasing the Hebrews across the Red Sea. So it's pretty crazy all the way around, right? So I can never leave well enough alone, and I've done lots of work into this whole 216 digit number thing. As a matter of fact, there was a movie called Pi, a crazy movie directed by Darren Aronofsky that was kind of the subject of the whole movie. Check it out sometime. Pi, P-I. So I decided that I was going to take it apart numerologically and see if there was a message there for me. I kept getting nudged that there was, like, do it, do it, do it. And this is just recently, this is maybe, this is during the course of the show. So it's within the last year. And it turned out that there was a really crazy message for me. So I'm going to see if I can find these and share them with you. All right. All right. So in making sigils, One of the basic ways to do that is to come up with an intent line, some need. Say, I need $500 by Thursday, and you come up with a line that says that, and then you go in and you cross out all the letters that duplicate. Every time there's more than one letter, you cross that out. You just go down the line doing letter by letter by letter until you're left with a few letters that only appear once. So these are the actual verses. I did them in English because I don't really, Hebrew is not my language. So I figured if there was a specific language for me over the years, it's proven that it does come through in an English mode. And if it's just for me, then even more so. So I took it apart, and the letters that you see are the letters that are left, like KLV, KBV, and K, right? So we come down here, and the letters that are left are KLVB. And I told this story a long time ago. I don't usually do like super personal stuff, but during the course of my life, I had fallen in love deeply with somebody like in my early 30s, and we dated for a while, and it was really cool on pretty much every level except she was an alcoholic. So needless to say, that never works out good, and everything that you expect to go wrong did. And I tried to like just separate myself from her a bunch of times, but like fate just kept bringing us back together. And there was always a part of my heart that like I really did love her very much. Her little girl and my little boy could have like just had the most fun for like ever, man. But she was married to Jack, Jack Daniels, and I wound up staying in touch with her over the course of my life, but I always like kept a safe distance, and I made pretty much everyone else that was that insisted that that be part of their lifestyle. I separated myself from them as well, but there was just something about her that I really couldn't. And her name was Karen, and I called her K, and she called me B. And at the end of all of this, I'm like going KLVB. K loves B. And when I hit that, I know it just seems like, oh yeah, well, okay, you're just making something up. But the fact that those letters spelled that, and the way it is with spirit, when it's really true and it rings true for you, boy, it explodes. It's not like, oh, let me think about that. Oh, it just went boom. And I felt like I got this warm, fuzzy hug, and like it just was a really, really wonderful moment. So anyway, that's a long talk about the Shem HaMephorash, but I wanted everybody to kind of know why it's as an amazing system as it is. So, without further ado, we'll get back into a little practice zone. There we go. All right. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, as always, you guys. Live readings, anyone that wants a live reading, please just let me know in the chat, and we will get you queued up. And I always do those towards the end of the show. So just bear with me and have a little patience. We're going to create some sacred space, and then we're going to do a cool little grounding, a little different thing tonight. And I'm pretty excited about it. So let's go. Here we go. Just imagine out from the sound, like light extending into your space in every direction. 360, just completely coating your space in brilliant white light. With the light of the source, I vanish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. With the light of the source, the brilliant light of the source, banish and clean this space, make this place pure. Come together tonight to create our circle, our place of sacred space and safety. Connecting our energy in a circle around the world. We ask that the angels be with us this evening, the angel of prosperity, all of our birthday angels and the whole crew. We ask that you share your truth, share your wisdom, and share your understanding. And we ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude, not just for the good, for all of it, with absolute gratitude, unconditional love for the source, and a wish for bliss to the source from us, we open our circle and begin our journey. All right, so we're going to do a cool little cleansing tonight, a little mini guided meditation with some music. I got some questions during the week about techniques to get to blank space when you're meditating. Not always the easiest groove to find when you're first trying it out, but there are some little tricks that you can try. And we're going to do one of those right now. Normally we just do a really deep cleansing breath. We pull it in and take it fresh and then expel that and in a really energetic way. But tonight we're going to use those cleansing breaths to turn ourselves off. Okay. So, one of the most difficult things is just to make your freaking mind just not think and not think about not thinking and not think about not thinking about not thinking. And it gets to just be a difficult thing to shut down. So tonight we're going to take a really deep inhale. Just super fill your chest up until you're just expanded. And then we're going to just slowly release that breath through your mouth. But as you're letting that breath go, turn yourself off. As that breath is expelling, just turn everything, your body, your thoughts, everything, until you've expended that whole breath. And if you did it right at the end of that exhale, when you've expended all of your air and you're off, just for a second or two, you'll get blank space. And that blank space you can hold on to and practice that method and make it bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, you need to learn to go there doing it, breathing. But once you've been there in any way, shape, or form, it's easier to get back there. So that's what we're going to do tonight. All right. All right. Get nice and centered, get nice and comfortable. Be in a place where you can let your whole body go and just let all your muscle tension just relax, like you're just a heap waiting to be turned on, right? Okay. So in through your nose, really deep, use your solar plexus. Yeah, really pack it in there much as you can. And slowly release. Turn off. Shut down. You're sinking deeper. Wow, I really don't want to come back. Okay, here, let's do that 2 more times. Inhale deeply. Fill it up. Pack it in. Release. Everything shuts down. You stop feeling your body. Down to blank. All your breath runs out. And you're in stillness. Woohoo. Okay, one more time. Inhale. Expand. Release. Shut everything down. We'll stay there. Gets quieter as your breath goes out. Almost silent. Still. That works really good. Okay, try that out during the week and see how that works for you, right? Yeah, I got you guys on the readings for sure. Okay. We're going to do an energy cleanse. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you're laying back on a comfortable surface. And you're just breathing slowly. And I want you to focus your energy on your solar plexus, on the spinning sun in your core. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. And with each of those deep breaths, I want you to reach out into your body and pull your energy, latch on with your intent, and tell your energy to come and make itself centered in your solar plexus. We're just going to add energy to that 3 times, all right? A nice deep breath. And draw that energy, attach to that energy and draw it with that breath. Here we go. Fill up your solar plexus. Exhale. Grab some more. As you pull more in, your solar plexus that sphere gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Grab one more batch. There we go. All right, now it's a bright little glowing ball of energy in your core. And I want you to take your attention and put it in your solar plexus so that your attention and your awareness is right there in the core of your body. Don't think about not being able to do it. Just do it. Just try. There you go. All right, now I want you to take a nice inhale. And on the exhale this time, I want you to push that energy out from your solar plexus out into your light body and light up your aura. All right, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Push it out there. Wow, see how easy it is? Inhale. Push. Light it up like a Christmas tree. 360 all around you. One more. Push. All right. Now you're laying down comfortably. Weather's nice and warm. You feel super relaxed. Your energy is bright. And you feel it start to rain. Cold, wet drops starting to fall on you. It makes you shiver a little bit, but makes you alive. It refreshes you, wakes you up. And the rain gets harder and harder. And the water starts filling up. And it keeps filling up and it gets deeper and deeper. And you find yourself relaxed. Just water's all warm, kind of golden. The sun's reflecting off the surface of the water. And you're just floating in perfect relaxation. And you're just bobbing along with the water, just slightly. And you feel yourself starting to dissolve into the water. Your body starts to dissolve, your bones, until the only thing left right at the surface of the water is your beautiful, radiant light body, your personal piece of the source. And as your body had gone away, all your emotions, your cares about the day, your physical sensations, they all melt away, leaving you in the centered state of perfection. Okay, we're going to do one more deep breath to go to blank space. Then we're going to do a little meditation. Stay right there and let whatever's bugging you, let any energy, cleansing rain has already cleaned your light body, washed everything into the water. And let everything that's you and your ego and your personal you just dissolve into the beautiful water and let it be cleansed and renewed. All right, let's take one really deep cleansing breath and we'll go down to blank space. Make it count. All right, here we go. Really pack it in there and through your nose. Let it out super slow. And just with each exhale, as your breath goes out, you're turning off. You're going deeper and deeper, turning off down to stillness. Yummy. I don't know if anybody else is having a good time, but I'm having a blast. So. Love you guys. All right. So easy to go off today. Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a look at the card for the week. Bear with me. I'm doing pretty good so far. Window, card, share. There we go. Yeah, the angel of prosperity. You know, this angel is a little intense. You kind of expect for it to be, oh, yeah, it's all sweetness in life, but actually a prosperity is after you get through some of the more unpleasant things that we have to deal with. So, all right, let's get rid of you. How do I do that? Okay, stop screen. There we go. And share screen. I know I'm talking to myself, sorry. Okay, here's the reading. How do I make this bigger? Let's see. Your expectation has gone unfulfilled. Your emotional attachment to the outcome has resulted in deep disappointment. When you choose to view this as a loss, grief, pain, and heartache fill you to the brim. Not fun. This takes a while to heal. You feel turmoil inside like the surface of a violent sea. You never sufficiently appreciate something until you have lost it. Releasing someone you love or letting go of a habitual behavior is never easy. Experience your grief and learn to move through a crushing loss. When something you have put your heart and soul into it has not worked out, you doubt in the very beliefs that have sustained you. Turning your grief inward is appropriate for a short time. When you finally shed the sorrow, pick up the pieces and press on, the real healing begins. Find a new passion. That's where the real prosperity lies. Set your sights on a new goal and do the things in the moment that will make it happen. Release your attachment to expected outcomes and cross the bridges as you come to them. Yeah, no projection. Release yourself from heartache. Choose to seek a new beginning. Yeah. Five of Cups is the card, the tarot card that this is associated with, and the thing about that card is that there were five cups standing. Three are now knocked over, and everything spilled out of them. And there's all this grief being like put towards what's been lost. But the good news behind that, on the way out of that scenario, is that there's still two cups standing, and there's still goodness and three cups that you'll be able to fill up again. So it's never lost. All right, let's see. Preview. Let's get out of preview. All right, let's get to down to some readings here. All right, let's see. Tammy Joe, I think, yeah, don't cry over spilled milk. That's exactly right. Okay. Oh, Linda. Sorry you were scared. It was just rainy. It was very peaceful to me. Well, there you go. Well, I hope we'll get you back to your safe space, okay? I know, right? Amber says she truly didn't want to stop bobbing in the light ocean. I love going there. I go there for myself so often. That space is amazing. And when you're just floating in that space, and man, we are so coated with emotions and goo and thoughts and those endless freaking thoughts, that while you're just laying there in that zone, especially when you can go to blank space and you're just in that moment of perfection where there isn't anything else, it's just that moment of like your perfect light connected to the source, and all of it drains out. I love, man, it makes me feel so fresh. Absolutely. Mad Rabbit. Absolutely. We'll hook you up. Okay. Tammy Joe, take a really nice deep breath and connect up. You know how to do it. If you have something specific, feels like there's something rattling around in there, beam it really hard, okay? Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy Joe. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy Joe. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy Joe. Don't forget the juice. Number 66, the angel of the knowledge of good and evil. Yeah, I don't have these queued up, Jacob. Can you help me out on that, my brother? Number 66. The advice and help you need is being offered now. Listen carefully now. It can come from the most unexpected places, like a podcast. Your situation isn't half as bad as you think it is. That damn thinking. Pay attention to good advice and act on it. Stop sabotaging yourself. No more of this yes, but attitude. You know exactly what you want. Why are you trying to convince yourself that you cannot have it? Stop. Move through this negative thinking. Seek good expert advice on what to do about your problems. As valuable as specific instruction is, just as important is your readiness to listen and seek help. Through the act of finding help, a reader, a therapist, or even a friend, you open yourself to possibilities. Then you can decide which course, independence or seeking advice, will produce the best results. Set free your imagination and tease your curiosity. All right, my lovely Amber. Wow, you're intense tonight. Yeah, good. Words of wisdom for my friend Amber. Words of wisdom for my friend Amber. Words of wisdom for my friend Amber. Oh, this is a good one. Number 2, the angel of love and wisdom. It's a pretty card, too. Enough is enough is enough. The sludge of dissatisfaction has coated you for too damn long. You're ready to flip it and make whatever changes you need to overhaul the whole thing. Let go of the restricting beliefs that limit the limitless you. The discovery of your ultimate potential is in your grasp. Seize the moment with all you have. The discovery of your ultimate potential is in your grasp. We forget that. Seize the moment with all you have. The vital energy to explore your new world is there for you. Take that empty-handed leap into the void. Taking the empty-handed leap into the void is never easy, a little scary. Leaving behind the past and the things that you've used to define you can really rock your world. Stay the course and give it your all. And don't give up too soon. Be balanced and in tune with the energy world. No better advice. And you will begin to feel yourself emerging from your imprisonment. You reclaim so much energy and joy. The waves of wonder and awe wash over you. Face the fear of the unknown. Look it right in the eye. Embrace those emotions, for they are the fertile soil for new life. Swim in the energetic ocean. There you go, girlfriend. And enjoy your sweet freaking freedom, man. Yoo-hoo. You're welcome, Tammy Joe. Okay, Mad Rabbit. Gotcha. Okay, Mad. Close your eyes, take a really deep breath, and imagine we're standing face to face, looking each other right in the eye, and we connect our energy. If you have a specific question, really focus hard on it and beam it to me really good, okay? Refocus, man. Stay tight. There we go. Words of wisdom from my friend Mad Rabbit. Words of wisdom from my friend Mad Rabbit. Words of wisdom from my friend Mad Rabbit. Interesting smell where you're at, man. All right, here we go. Man, the exact same card. I shuffled the hell out of them too. Number 66, Angel of the Knowledge of Good and Evil. Let's read that again, man. Obviously, that's an important card here this evening. And another example of the kind of synchronicity of what hooks up with, like, they're all appropriate, actually. The advice and help you seek is being offered now. Listen carefully. It can come from the most unexpected places. Your situation isn't half as bad as you think it is. Pay attention to good advice and act on it. Stop sabotaging yourself. No more of this yes, but attitude. You know exactly what you want. Why are you trying to convince yourself that you cannot have it? Stop. Move through this negative thinking. Seek good advice, expert advice on what to do about your problems. As valuable as specific instruction is, just as important is your readiness to listen and seek help. Through the act and the source is the best place to ask where to find that. Through the act of finding help, a reader, a therapist, or even a friend, you open yourself to possibilities. Then you can decide which course, independence or seeking advice, will produce the best results. Free your imagination and tease your curiosity. Awesome. Act like you know. All right, you bet. I got one more here. You're welcome, Amber. I do have this deck for sale, actually. You can get it at thewizardofodd.com. And that's wizard with a Y. So it's WYZARD.com. No, wizardofodd.com. My tarot decks there too. You scope that out too. They're a really crazy companion duo. And when I do my full readings, I always do a large 12, 14 card tarot layout, and then come back and do an angel card layout, card, and like each line of the thing is like the cards of the tarot reading. Anyway, yeah, let me get focused here. Act like you know. Here we go. I know, my good buddy Raphael. You know, we need to have a conversation on the paradigm shift, my brother. I have lots to discuss with you on that. So maybe in the next couple days. It's late for you there, my man. All right. Let me get another good shuffle or two. Words of wisdom from my friend Raphael. Words of wisdom from my friend Raphael. Been here since the beginning. Right. Words of wisdom from my friend Raphael. Number 30, the angel of fertility. She always looks like some Egyptian queen. Number 30, that's a good number for you, Raphael. When you are on the top of the hill, there is always someone who wants that spot and challenges you. Face the envy and jealousy of those who want what you have. There will be times that you feel outnumbered. It will appear that everyone is against you. Feel the strength within you. Don't allow fear to discourage you. Recognize that your position is always stronger than you think it is. Don't give in to depression or anxiety. Define a clear course of action, and your self confidence will return to overcome all obstacles. Have complete trust in your inner voice. Remain patient. Make no rash, unwise decisions, and be fearless, for you are never the fuck alone. Yeah, there you go. All right. I think that's everybody. Yeah, Six of Wands. That's exactly right. Never alone. You're welcome, Raphael. Always a pleasure, man. I look forward to talking the next couple days. All right, so it looks like we have come to the end of our journey once again, and I don't think I'm missing anyone. No, awesome, perfect. All right, so we're going to close our circle and go on about our business. I hope you take some of the joy and especially work on that going to blank space thing, man. You'll get addicted like before you know it, and just staying there in that quiet moment of perfection. All right, so please hit the like, subscribe, make a comment down below, share this thing, and until next week. Oh, Jason, man, I'm closing down, bro. I can't do that to you. Shit, man. Where were you, bro? Okay, here we go. Concentrate, Jason. All right. Words of wisdom from my friend Jason. Words of wisdom from my friend Jason. Words of wisdom from my friend Jason. Focus. Number 7, the angel of patience. Yeah. Worry, worry, worry. You are experiencing it from every direction: health, finances, creativity, work, and relationships. Look at your situation and decide what you really want. Your emotional responses are ruling your clear mind. You've connected to your pain and have lost sight of just how good life can be. Material deprivation, emotional insecurity, and physical loneliness allow you to experience the disappointment that occurs when every effort towards stability is denied and everything you want to hold on to is lost, taken away. You come to recognize the illusion of permanence in physical and material desires. You come to recognize the transitory nature of physical and material desires. Take heart. New opportunity awaits, new opportunities and possibilities. A path more consistent with the present will be revealed now. Strategic review, refocusing, and recalibration are all essential steps to forward progress. Focus all your energy on your spiritual growth. Here is peace. Apply. Can you scroll up just a little more, Jacob? There. Slow and steady effort. Keep trying combinations until the lock opens. In spite of the trials, you will continue to progress towards your goal. Your rewards will be as resplendent as your confirmed belief in what you can achieve. There you go, my brother. So take heart. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for showing up. Look forward to seeing you next week. One more track. No, Jacob's past his bedtime. He gets cranky, man. So we're gonna shut it down. I love you guys so much, man. I'll see you next week. Okay. With gratitude, we close our circle and bid everyone depart. We thank the angels for their truth and their divine wisdom, and for facilitating our connection to the divine source. And with absolute love, gratitude for everything, and a wish for bliss to the source, we close our circle to next week. And till then, be in the light.